Oh, one more time. Oh shit. We just started. I didn't even do the intro. The intro. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the shed. Shit. I just started. Usually I start on the title thing there. So, see, can we get this? Is this live? Something went wrong. 1 second, folks. 1 second. I gotta set this up. Pardon me. Are we live? Is the question. I don't see it here. Are we live once again? As I don't freaking see it. Let's see here if we're going. Yeah, we are live. We are live. We are live. But I'm not seeing myself here for some reason. So just bear with me for a second, folks. At least Braden told us he couldn't hear us, luckily. And found it. Found us. Found us. Found us. We're here. We're back. Nice. Thanks, man. Okay, so we got audio. Make sure we got audio. We got audio. Just gonna do some stuff. I guess I'm drinking some of this beer. It's freaking, what is it? 7% alcohol. It's actually not bad tasting. I just wanted to say, yeah, well, thank you all of our new subscribers because we just started this channel. I think I started it on my birthday, which is July 14th, which is this month on the 14th, guys. And we're already up to I think 34 subscribers, which is pretty epic. And I thank you all for subscribing and coming. And some of you might have come for the drama at the beginning. I was trying to get away from the drama on this channel. We're gonna steer clear of the drama. We don't normally do that. That was just a thing that happened. Most of it's taken down. Some of it stays. So if you're interested, that the Internet Tough Guy playlist is there. There was some things that happened, but it's in the past now. But we're looking bigger and better. We're looking forward to different things, and we're gonna grow our channel accordingly. So I think today what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the news because right now shit's hitting the fan all over. It's just crazy, and I think we're going to talk about the Large Hadron Collider a little bit, and timelines, and the Mandela effect. Okay, guys, you know about these things? You will. Okay, let me just ask the AI to help us with this a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna say, give me a new thing here, new chat. 1 second, guys. One second, folks. Okay, big righty, big righty. I'm using Grok now. Okay. Okay. It's fun. It's fun, guys. Okay. Let's pull up a couple pictures so we can have some visual representations. I'm going to ask you to um, give me some links to some images that will show okay, we're getting everything queued up here, folks. I just want to have a view here. Oh, this is perfect. Thank you for doing what I asked you to do. Very cool. Okay, so we're not really we're using that. So we don't need we do need that. We don't need this. Okay. Guys, I haven't done a live in a minute, so just bear with me. But we're ready. We're ready. You guys ready? Here we go. Check it out. We're going to go over here. This is an aerial view of CERN. So if you guys don't know what CERN is, it's the it's an acronym. It stands for something. Fuck if I know what it stands for. What does it stand for? It says here somewhere, probably. So anyways, let's look at this picture. The Large Hadron Collider is this yellow circle, but it's underground. It's buried underground, and that's like half Switzerland, half France or something. We'll get to the details in a minute, but it's really big, if you can see that. So let's see here, satellite photo. What's this one say? Another picture of it. I'm not a bot. Fuck off. Okay, this is from space. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, so this is what? Sweden and France. And it's halfway on each of their borders, right? So, cool. Aerial view of the ring. What about inside, goddammit? This one, is it gone? Okay, we'll do this one after. Okay, so we're going to have that there, but we're going to go and we're going to read some shit here. So let's go up to the top. Let's read what it got us ready. So CERN, the CERN shutdown. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about this for is because if you guys know what the Mandela effect is, what it is basically is a shared memory amongst many people, a shared wrong memory that's shared by many people. So like Fruit of the Looms, the underwear company, they got that cornucopia with the fruit hanging out, right? Well, apparently that cornucopia wasn't a thing, but I remember it. And a lot of other people remember the cornucopia and the fruit. Some people don't, and some people do. And there's other things, like the guy, the Monopoly guy. You know the Monopoly guy? Does he have a monocle or not? I thought he did. They say he doesn't. So a lot of people, they attribute this to the Mandela effect, because the original Mandela effect was a lot of people, like thousands, thinking that Nelson Mandela died in prison in South Africa. But he actually got out of prison and became the president of South Africa. So I don't know why people remembered that. So they're saying, conspiracy people, that when CERN started, I think in 2008, when it turned on at one point, a bunch of bad shit started happening. So they try to like attribute them. They try to connect them, right? So CERN has recently shut down for maintenance. I think it's for a few years of maintenance. And people have been like saying, like, hey, is the Mandela effect going to reverse now? Right? So let's go down. Let's talk about the CERN shutdown. The setup, hook, and facts. We're going to set you up with the hook and the facts. CERN shutdown. What happened was on June 29th, 2026, CERN officially switched off the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC, for long shutdown 3. LS3. This is a planned multi-year maintenance and upgrade period, expected 4 years, resuming gradually in 2028 to 2030, to prepare for the high luminosity LHC. They're replacing a 1.2 kilometers of magnets and upgrading detectors for more powerful collisions. So it's a giant circle under the ground, like I showed you, and it's what the fuck's going on here? I'm connected. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can see. Oh, yeah, it's a giant fucking ring of magnets. I got a little bit of a headache. So it's just not so good. So the long shutdown's planned. Why it matters. This is the biggest intervention since the LHC was built. Conspiracists see it as the machine that was holding or altering our current reality finally going quiet. Because they did to change everything, right? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. So the timing, the final beams dumped around June 27th. Within days, online chatter exploded about reality snapping back, Mandela effects reversing, timelines merging, or things feeling off. And I also heard a lot about sleep and ovulation and periods and shit. And apparently it was all affected. It's all affected. CERN's official announcement and initial social media interaction contracts, official science upgrade versus blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. So, Mandela effect. Core points. The Mandela effect is the phenomena where large groups of people share the same false memory. Is it false? About events, brands, quotes, or history. Named by researcher Fiona Broom after she and others vividly remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s with funeral coverage when he actually died in 2013. Classic example. The Berenstain Bears. I have to show you this because you won't see it. You have to see it. So the Berenstain Bears, the spelling, we're talking about the spelling of the Berenstain Bears, not Berenstein Bears. The Fruit of the Loom logo. Many swear it had a cornucopia. They say it didn't. Fuck you. I remember it having a cornucopia. So apparently, I'm a part of this phenomena as well. Looney Tunes. Not Looney Tunes. Not sure. I don't remember it. Luke, I am your father. Actual, no, I am your father. No, I am your father. People say, Luke, I am your father. It just sounds better. Maybe. Shazam, a movie with Sinbad as a genie, but apparently it doesn't exist. Monopoly Man has no monocle. I say fuck you. I remember him having a monocle. Pikachu tail, black tip on yellow. Many remember all yellow. Play it again, Sam. Casablanca never said exactly. Kit Kat hyphen. Many recall it as Kit Kat. Yeah? There's no hyphen. The fuck. Okay. Psychological confabulation, schema memory, brain fills gaps with what makes sense. Social reinforcement, internet spreads and solidifies false memories. Or the memories are real and our fucking timeline changed. You fucking didn't think about that one, did ya? Jesus. Fucking Christ. Sorry. Because that's what they want you to believe. They don't want you to know that I need another beer. Hold on. They don't want you to know about that part. God damn, that's fucking bigger too. Hold on, I'm gonna just freeze my neck a minute. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, good. Okay. So, back to the fucking work here. Conspiracy timeline. CERN particle collisions create micro black holes, open portals, or cause timeline merges and shifts. This is what I'm talking about. Turning it off could reset or stabilize reality. Some claim the Mandela effects increased after the LHC activation, ESP 2012. Okay, this is kind of a relatively new conspiracy for me, the Mandela effect, because I just was bored by it. Right, I was like, I'd hear about the, I knew what it was, I just didn't want to learn about it, But then I learned about it. I'm interested in Large Hadron Collider and CERN and shit. And then I found out that they had the connection, and so I learned. And pretty much. Engagement. Ask chat for their personal Mandela effects since the shutdown. Well, nobody's in the fucking chat, ladies, so we can't. Oh, Grok's a lady? Okay. Grok's a lady. Guys. I'm scared to fucking smoke this bowl here. Okay. Timeline shift theories. The long-running claims the LHC experiments, LHC is the Large Hadron Collider, CERN is the company organization. The Large Hadron Collider is the actual hardware. Oh, that's not bad for fucking 7% beer alcohol. The long-running claims LHC experiments high-energy proton collisions. So they take protons and the big circle I showed you guys, this big circle. I wish there was a fucking diagram here. Let me just do a quick here search without this. Yeah. Give me a cooler one, please. Okay, guys, we're going to come and look at this together. Okay, so let's look at some freaking Large Hadron Collider freaking stuff here. This is a cool picture. So here, that's the LHC underground, right? Here's France and Switzerland. It's a giant circle of magnets. A big fucking magnet circle. Like, it looks kind of like this. And it's got other shit in there. But it's conducting coils makes it into a magnet, doesn't it? Probably. I don't know. Non-magnetic collars. I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I don't know it. I don't know. But what they claim to be doing with the Large Hadron Collider is they're smashing energy together to see what happened at the beginning of time when the Big Bang happened, right? So, Big Bang, right? The Big Bang. Okay, let's go back to here. No, not that one yet. Okay, so we're back to this conspiracy shit here. Okay, conspiracy stuff. So the high energy proton collisions, like I said, they were messing with reality. They're creating parallel universes, shifting timelines, or causing glitches in the matrix. That's what the conspiracy is saying. So the shutdown twist, 2026 specific. If on equals shifting, altering, then off equals snap back to original timeline, merging realities or fixing glitches in the matrix. People reporting deja vu, time feeling different, or specific MEs reversing. MEs. I don't know what it means, but I get it. I get it. And when people started talking about this when it first happened, I laughed at it because it's comical. But is it? Opening portals to hell or dimensions, time travel, sabotage theories, earthquakes are linked, fun for the stream, but not. Note they're unproven conspiracy. Yeah, this is like connected to. Thank you for pointing it out, Grok, that it's not proven. Okay, so now here's where I'm thinking the fact that I'm starting to notice some sort of timeline shift is you guys know Laura Loomer and Tim Poole. Now these are two YouTube personalities. They're huge. They're huge. And they've always been raggedly anti-Ukraine. Dirtily. Actually, Tim Poole was it was proven that he was being paid with Kremlin money, Russian money, and he was basically a disinformation agent, spewing Russian propaganda to the American public, to the world, to his followers. Millions, apparently, like thousands for sure. Way more than my 32. What do we got? 34? It's irrelevant right now. But either way, I wouldn't be spewing fucking Russian propaganda. I spew North American propaganda. Okay? I am a North American propagandizer. For sure. I believe in freedom. I think that's the big thing. I do believe in freedom. And, well, thanks, bud. So we're going to go here to, we're talking about fucking Laura Loom. Let's see what he wrote here. So Laura Loomer and Tim Poole shifting to pro-Ukraine. So the recent events is that Laura Loomer, a longtime skeptic and critic of Ukraine aid, accused it of being Nazis and propaganda. She just recently, this week, visited Kyiv, experienced an air raid for herself, saw impacts firsthand, and publicly flipped, admitted she was wrong, propagandized by the Russian media, and apologized for downplaying the war. So, yeah, she completely did a 180. 100 fucking %. It's been weird as hell. We'll take it. We will take it. But there's an agenda. I don't know what the fucking... I'll tell you what I think it is. But let's keep going about this Tim Poole guy. Because I told you a little bit about Tim Poole. He was actually... They proved... There was, I think, 4 or 5 YouTube personalities that were being paid by Russia through like a proxy situation. So Russia was paying a company and a company was paying them to basically spew shit. I don't know if they were being told what to say, but it was very anti-Ukraine. And these are American citizens. These guys have American followers and a very big group of people. So let's just see what the AI says here. Tim Poole has also shown shift in rhetoric towards acknowledging Ukraine's fight against Russia, a big reversal from past strong anti-Ukraine statements. So maybe, no, we're not even going to fucking throw them under the bus right now, because the thing is, Like, listen, we're on a different timeline, guys. I'm not even going to try. Laura Loomer and Tim Poole have said nothing nice about Ukraine for 4 fucking years. They've actually said really, really nasty shit. Um, um, like they've called Zelensky Nazis. They called Ukrainians Nazis, and of course there is Nazis. Of course there's not. There's probably Nazis on my goddamn street. There's Nazis everywhere. Don't get me started about the Nazis. Actually, you know what's funny? It's funny. I know history a little bit, right? Because I'm not an idiot, and I've kind of like read books, and I'm interested in history. I like history. I've always liked history. It's my favorite subject. And I really know a lot about World War II history, specifically about the stupid Nazis. I don't know. It just really intrigues me. They were really not good people. They were bad guys. And I did a stream before about it that Operation Paperclip, when after World War II, the Americans brought so many Nazis back to America, and they gave them new identities, and they all went into like big corporations, like the military corporations and fucking NASA. Just look it up. If you guys don't believe me, look up Werner with a V von Braun. Werner von Braun. Braun or something. It's a German guy. He's the godfather of the rocket. He helped the guys get to the moon, right? When they said they went to the moon, he helped them get there. But before that, he was a Nazi working out of Peenemünde in Germany. I guess Germany, somewhere occupied territory, Germany, Peenemünde, and he had slaves working for him, and they were making something called the V2 rocket, which was the first rocket, and they were shooting it at the fucking English in the UK and killing people. But then after the war, they took him to America and made the fucking space program, so it was okay. But I digress. I fucking digress. Shit. Just give me a second. I have to rub my fucking head a minute. Oh, I was in the car and I was like, you know what? I got my hands full. I don't need to grab my lunch bag right now. Only if I need fucking Tylenol do I need my lunch bag. Now I got a fucking headache. I'm going to have to go out at some point. Okay, so what are you saying here? So my theory, this is the AI, your theory tie-in. In the old timeline, these voices stayed firmly anti-aid, pro-Russia leaning. This flip, especially Loomer's dramatic one after visiting, signals a timeline merge or shift, perhaps the original reality reasserting with CERN being shut off. Evidence of collective consciousness or narrative changing. Interesting. So, yeah. Okay, fuck it. We're going to move on to something different here. We are going to look at some of my most recent shorts. The YouTube shorts. It's YouTube. We're going to do YouTube. We're going to do some shorts, folks. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the show. I'm going to cue it up. I'm going to cue it up first. I might just get this bowl back. I didn't even finish it. I just got scared of it. Like, I ain't going to keep going with that. But got a lot of good views here. We're going to start from... No. We'll start right here. The pipes. Start right here. Whoa. Okay. Can't rewind it. I have to let you guys see. I'll turn this shit down a wee bit. It might be loud. I don't really fucking know half the time. Okay, so now, yeah, you guys can see. So here's one of the shorts. We're gonna go through a few shorts. So this is. I was just looking at for some old footage. You know, I have a lot of footage, and I used to do a lot of carving in the shed, the original shed. You know, Shed Talks, Reloaded. Shed Talks Omega is actually, I started it in this shed here. So this is like a sped up. I was just you can see with this pipe, actually it's a pipe. I used to carve pipes a lot, and you can see that I make a line around it, but it's sped up, so if you're not paying attention you don't even notice because it happens real quick. See, there's no line right now. I think there might be writing on it. I might have wrote pen on it, but I put a line here, a groove. It's a groove. It goes around, and that's some nice. That's like a nice hardwood, because I used to get a lot of hardwood from old furniture people would throw out. Not IKEA stuff, before IKEA, the good stuff. I'm in too deep, but the meaning of what I'm speaking will surface in a minute. Because I grow it, so you know I never get right back in the perfect technique. I'm in too deep, but the meaning of what I'm speaking will surface in a minute. I ain't gotta meet you to teach you. All I got is this knowledge, I'ma speak. I'm in too deep. Oh, I did it 2 times. The meaning of what I'm speaking. Because I grow it, so you know I never. No wedding ring anymore, guys. No wedding ring anymore. Okay, let's check this one. So for this one, I was trying something with the axe, You know, I was doing some axe carving, and this is the axe right here. So what I was making, basically, I was making a pipe, but I was making the stem for a pipe. You know, the smoking part, the part to put in your mouth. But using the axe, I was trying some things. This is nothing. I did some other stuff with the axe. I don't know if I recorded it or not, but yeah, I did some axe carving. It's kind of cool. It's not normal carving. Just a little bit. Still take your finger off.
I will swing my axe.
The rasp.
Don't let the flames go down. Carve out some of that kindling. There's plenty of wood around.
That's the old shed, guys. That there piece of wood at the top. My grandpa gave that to me. That's a piece of wood that got chewed by a real fucking Canadian beaver. A real fucking Canadian beaver chewed on that piece of wood. Let me go back to this piece of wood so we can take a fucking gander at it. We can look at it with our eyes. Look at this piece of wood, guys. At the top of the screen, that white piece of wood that comes from Quebec. Eh, les Français, oui? My grandpa gave it to me. Not my shit, not my shit. I'm in the wrong spot. Okay. Grandpa gave that to me. Okay, drone crash in Mattawa.
Golf cart, slow rolling machine. Golf cart, electrical gasoline. Golf cart, impress all your friends. Golf cart, all the fun never ends. You campgrounds and trailer parks, let the neighbors know you might be late. Not the best mode of transportation if you got a court date.
Watch my son.
Oh, golf cart, slow rolling machine. Golf cart, electrical gasoline.
I had just got a drone. I didn't know how to fly it. I'm trying to fly it in the in the fucking forest trail, and my kids are on the golf cart flying around, and I knew they were back there. I didn't know they were coming that way. I wanted to get a picture of them, but I ain't like a drone pilot. Like, you see these guys in Ukraine with them FPV drones and shit. Like, nah, I can't. Never. I was never anywhere near anything good. But it was cool. So this is not cool. This is apparently this picture is not in Grimsby, but this flooding is basically in Grimsby. And this was a couple days ago, last week. There was a big rainstorm and there was water. Look how deep it is. She's not short.
Then I don't have to work.
Holy shit, my car could not drive there. None of them could. Wow. It's dry for now. Look at that when it's dry. That's crazy. That was a crazy freaking rainstorm. Homemade still. That's my old booze making still. That's the mash, making the mash. Corn mash. That's the bubbling fermentation afterwards. Look at the bubbles. Look at the bubbles. You see the bubbles? You see the bubbles? Look at the bubbles. It's like a fucking caffeinated fucking beverage. That means the yeast is eating. Oh, it's eating all the sugar and it's turning all the sugar into booze. That's what yeast do. The yeast turn shit into booze. I don't know if they always do that, but in this regard, they turn shit into booze. Going right back to the beginning. It was a fun hobby, guys. It was a fun hobby.
Moonshiner's life is a damn good life, 'cause he ain't got no big city blues. Yeah, he's living off the land.
Fermentation.
And Uncle Sam to help him make it through.
You see that thing at the top there, right? That thing at the top. That thing here at the top, that's called an airlock. Okay, so there's water in there. You see the water here, and you see it bubble. So the air, you saw the fucking things fizzing here like a pop. And if you didn't have, if you just plugged the hole, it would blow up. But what this does is it lets the air escape without letting anything come back in, right? So the air bubbles go through here and they go through the water, but the air from outside can't come back in. And so you know your little booze thing is pretty much done when it stops bubbling. So let's look at this bubbling thing here, and you're going to see it's going to be going all crazy.
Yeah, he's living off the land and don't need Uncle Sam to help him make it through. A moonshiner's life is a hell of a life.
So here, that was the old shed. Ghetto as fuck. Now, I'm going to tell you the setup here because it looks crazy when you look at it. When I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember what I did. Yo, you see what this is here? This here is an old air conditioning unit. Okay, and this here is a garbage can. It's quite a large one. And this garbage can is filled with water. And this air conditioning unit, I made it so it cools the water in the big garbage can. Because that water in the garbage can is getting pumped into the worm. The worm, the water in the worm gets hot. But so the water in the worm is getting recirculated. I'm going to show you what the worm is in a minute. But the worm is getting fed from this unit. Let's just keep that in mind.
Is a hell of a life when he's fighting the law for his booze.
You see this thing? This got a pirate face on it. It's yellow. It's an old freaking coffee maker. I turned it into a worm. You're going to see it from the top later on. What it is, it's got a coil of copper inside, right? And then at the bottom, you see there's a little spigot here. Well, that's where the copper's coming out. So it comes in, and this unit is filled with water, cold water. And the I don't know if you know about distillation. So distillation, um, you ferment the stuff, like the bubbling stuff earlier. You ferment that, and then you boil that stuff, okay? Because you ferment it, and the yeast makes all the sugar into booze, right? But it's the booze is mixed with water. They're together. They're together at that point. So you kind of got a wine, you know. But what you do is you take that and you put it in a still, and you boil that stuff. Okay, you boil it. You boil it to separate the water from the alcohol. So what you do is you're boiling it, and it goes through a tube. Okay, and my setup. I'm going to explain my setup. So it goes through a tube, and it comes to another container. This is air. This is steam. Okay, steam. It goes through the tube. The steam comes to another container, and then it goes through another tube, and then it gets to the worm, which is this pirate thing, the yellow thing, which is a container filled with water, and the coil of copper comes down in the water and comes out at the bottom here where this little spigot is. And while it's coming into that cold bucket, it's turning back to a liquid form. It was before it got to this worm, before it got to the bucket of water, it was a steam of alcohol steam. And then it gets into this colder container. It's not touching the water. The water is separate from the alcohol steam. There's a pipe inside, and the pipe is surrounded by water. Okay, so I'm ahead of the game here. You're gonna watch, but you might understand more when you look at the video. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna continue on. So this here right now, you see, this is just booze being produced here. So we're going back this a little bit. Okay, so that's the booze dripping, and right here, that was like how much I had. Probably that's probably like 1 or 2 runs of running that unit. You were not able to get a lot of freaking booze, okay, but you were getting a 65% alcohol. It tasted so nasty, but there's a way to make it tasty. See it dripping? Canadian-made ghetto moonshine. That's the fucking 65% alcohol there. Probably even more at that point. You see, because when you run your alcohol, right, at the very first little bit, you throw it out, which is kind of weird because you're like, what the hell? You throw out the first little bit. Maybe like depends on the container you're holding, but I can't even tell you how. You throw it out. Because it's basically gas, ethanol, and then your alcohol starts at a certain percentage as it's dripping out because you're boiling the unit. It starts at a certain percentage, and it goes. I think it starts a little bit lower, and then it goes up, and then it stays like it plateaus, and then eventually it goes down, 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 down. So what you do is you have the equipment. I had it. I don't have it in any of the pictures, but because I broke it at some point. But it looks like a thermometer that your mom used to stick in your ass. You know those thermometers? Well, it's a hydrometer. It's called a hydrometer, and you put it in, and it tells you the amount of alcohol in the liquid that you're measuring. So what I had, I don't think it's in this video, but I had a unit at one point. I had it set up so the booze would come out into a vial with the hydrometer in it, and then that vial would fill up to a certain level and then drip off into the end vial. But I would always be able to see the level of alcohol that was coming out. But once I broke that fucking thing, I had to go back to like testing it with a spoon. Every once in a while, you take a spoonful of the booze and test it, and then you fucking and then you and then you test it, right? You test it, and then you kind of get boozed up the whole night. But here we go.
Late in the night, when that moon is shining bright, he'll be bringing the batch to you.
Guaranteed, buddy. Hey, look at that drip, guys. If you fucking knew, if you know, you know. Look at that. Okay, guys, if you know, you know. Okay, look at the drip that's coming out of this. This is hardcore. Like, it's just look at how. Just look. What I'm showing you there, that's a pretty damn good drip. And anybody who's making it, they'd agree. Stops, keeps going. This is sped up. That was one of the last runs. Oh, nice. So this is the worm from the top of the unit. That was turned off. It was all gross looking. I was having to change the water and stuff. But there's a hole here to take the water back to the original reservoir, and then there's a hole on the bottom that the water gets pumped into, and it pushes the level up. And so the alcohol comes from the other unit, and it comes through this tube, and it goes down, and it comes out the spigot. Well, I don't really have I have a bunch of pictures. We can look into it. I guess we could. We could make a playlist for the moonshine stuff. Okay, so now in this image here, you can see a little bit better. So this is the worm on the left side. Okay, this is where the water is coming in. Actually, this hose right here is what's filling it with water. And at the bottom here, you see this jar. This is the moonshine after it's been nuclear aged. And what you do is you take wood chips and you kind of like put it in the microwave, and you boil it a little bit. Well, you cook it just till it starts boiling, and then you take it out. You put it in the freezer. You shake it up, put it in the freezer. Do that a couple times, and it turns from white alcohol to like a nice amber like that, and then it's actually quite palatable. So this here on the right, that's my old still. That was a pressure cooker, aluminum too. And when I was using aluminum, I don't know why I thought it was a different still in this video. When I was using aluminum, it was really nasty booze because oh no, never mind. That's my thumper. Never mind. Okay. Originally, I was using this here aluminum pressure cooker as my boiler. But what I did is okay, there's a still. Okay, let me explain a still real quickly. Let's pull it up here. Let's do a still diagram. And we're going to just pull that up here. No, fuck off. This one. So, okay, so a still, this is the diagram here. It's opposite than mine, okay? So my stuff is opposite. This part is on the other side. So going from the left, that's the still, okay? So the mash is inside of this still, which I was always under the impression that we called it the boiler, because you're boiling your mash in here. So you boil it, and it goes through the tube here. They're calling it a cap arm, okay? And so this second unit is called a thumper, and usually it's also filled with the same thing as the mash, okay? And what it's supposed to do, in theory, if your system works properly, what it's supposed to do is double boil your alcohol. So if it comes at 1%, it comes through here at 1%, and when it comes out of this this second unit, it's doubled from what it was at the first one. But you have to have it proper. But I tried that with mine, and I could never get it to work properly. But what it did help me with, I would not fill my second unit with any liquid. And what it was basically a filter in between the boiler and the worm, because this last one here is the worm. Okay, you see it's a container filled with water. It goes through here, it goes through the water, it cools down, and it comes out as booze, right? So my secondary, so for example, if you don't have this middle piece, you can still make your booze. But what happens when you have your boiler, which is a pot that you can't see inside, and if you get it too hot and it boils over enough to get up to the roof here of the pot, the lid, and go through the pipe, and then it comes through into your worm, and then comes right out the spout where the booze is supposed to come out. But then you got some foamy liquid that's coming out. It's a fermented mash. It ain't the fucking shit you're looking for. And then you have to stop the whole process, and you have to basically like blow through the lines, and you can't do that while it's hot, right? So the second unit, what I used it for, if ever the first part in here, they call it the still, if the still boiled over, it would come out into the second unit, and the steam would still keep going, but the liquid would be stuck in this unit. So that's how mine worked. And that's what this unit right here is, this pressure cooker in the middle. In the end, I had replaced this pressure cooker with an ammo container. You know those military containers for fucking probably 5.56 or 7.62 military ammo? Big green containers, but they seal. They seal. And I had a little spigot on it, so after a run I could actually like empty the shit out of it. But it saved me. I learned the hard way, right? So here's the thumper filter. Okay, so it doesn't show. Did I just not show the fucking still in this video at all? That's hilarious. I didn't show it. There's no still in this fucking video. Oh my god. I didn't even realize it. Neither one of these things are the still. It's probably good because you're actually not allowed to make alcohol in Canada, guys. And doing that was definitely an illegal thing that I did because it was a hobby and I did it, but I didn't sell it, right? But I ended up with a little bit of booze. I busted my hand because of booze. Listen, I had never blacked out in my life until I fucking until I had my own booze. No, I never sold it. Yeah, maybe I didn't realize that, dude. That I didn't. There's no picture of the actual boiler part, right? You know, like I could show you guys right now, but oh no, I deleted it off here. It's on the server. We'll show you guys after. Let me see. Wait. Nah, we'll show you right now. Wait, while the topic's hot. While the topic's hot, folks. Let me go to the server. Server right fucking here. It's right there anyways, right? Okay, guys. Let's go to the raw. We're gonna go to the raw fucking data here, folks. But listen, I gotta get myself some fucking... Whoa, what did the guy call it in the song? Something lettuce. Something lettuce. This shirt was in storage for like... sitting in the corner of my room for like 3 fucking years because I thought it was my ex-wife's shit. This, bro, This is my safari shirt. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. The booze is fixing me. This is my safari shirt, bro. I love it. You don't want to fight me about my shirt, do you? Jesus Christ, Brayden. No, I love this shirt, guy. Okay, what we're going to do... Okay, we're on large me. Okay, hold on. Let me just large me it. Are you home now, dude? Ooh. Okay. Okay, listen. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at this the stuff. We're gonna look at the distilling stuff, the raw. I found a whole folder. Let's go here. Raw boys and girls. This is all fucking raw. Now, keep in mind, this was years ago when I lived in Burlington, but I also let me tell you a story beforehand. I wasn't planning on doing it, right? It just happened. I'm not going to tell you how it just started, but I was just kind of like, my aunt didn't want to let me do something on her land because she thought I was going to burn down the fucking land. I wanted to make charcoal, okay, guys? I wanted to make charcoal. I wanted to try to do it for one summer. I wanted to make it. I wanted to try to like industrially make charcoal and then sell it. Like I wasn't working at the time. I was trying to be industrial. And my aunt's like, "No, you're gonna burn down the forest." So I never did. So for some reason, I decided to make a still. And I started. And so the first time I tried to steal something, I did it on the stove. Like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I knew the process, right? I was trying some, and I made something. Something came out of the unit that I made, and I was so happy. I'm like, oh, this is the booze. I made this fucking little baby jar of booze. I was so happy. And I went up north, actually, and I even brought my little booze up north with me, 4.5 hours north. And it was a little baby jar, half a baby jar, right? Like half a baby jar. And I was staying in the middle of the bush. Anyways, in a little house on my aunt's property. And I drank this little jar, and I was like, ew, this is kind of gross, and tasted gross. But it wasn't booze, okay? I didn't realize it at that time, but I was just basically drinking the mash, okay? And I don't know. I was so excited because it came through my unit that I made, but it was just not even a wine. Like it was. So, anyways, I worked it out. In the end, I was making some booze. Okay, like you saw it in the last video. That was dripping. That was 65%. But at the beginning, that first time, it was. Did it get you drunk, dude? It made you black out. I've never blacked out in my life except for my own booze back in the day. It was crazy booze. So this is at the beginning. So this is a cooler, and this is a mash in here. And I think I remember this specific mash because it was a corn mash, right? And is my stream fucking up? Stream's not fucking up, is it? No, my stream's okay. It was a corn mash, and I think it burnt. Okay, so that's a mash. That was one of my first mash. Oh, when I drank that mash the first time, it wasn't a booze yet. It was, but the booze that I would make was nasty. Look, there's like anything and everything in there. Cranberries and shit. Anything that has sugar. Okay. Okay, here's the whole, this is the whole unit. This is actually the one I was, no, this is not at the end. So this is, the first unit here, that's the worm. The middle one here is the thumper. And the far one here, that's the boiler. And I had it insulated because it insulated the pipes because it made the booze come quicker. You see the water here. This is filling with water. This is actually where the reservoir was at this point. It's just a little bucket. Because if you had just the worm with the water, it would get too hot and it wouldn't turn it back to booze quick enough. That's vegetables. Fermenting ones. That's beef jerky. That's my little beef jerky machine I made. Fucking good beef jerky too. Fermented vegetables. I'm moving the booze from one unit to another. This is the mash. It's coming from that unit to the next unit. That's the old shit.
Just blow into that straw. Just comes on through.
So, it's a physics thing, right? Okay, so you see the liquid, for one, this is another bucket up here at the top, right? That has all the juice in it. But you can't just like pour it into the other one. So what I said here is look at this straw here. It's actually a metal piece. It's a copper pipe. And this here is plugged into the top of the carboy. Those big glass things with the booze in them, they're called carboys. So what you do is you blow into this straw here, and what it does is it forces the liquid to come out the other tube. And in this case, it's coming out of this tube, and it's coming down into the other carboy. Let's watch it all. So this is called this is actually not a carboy. This is a fucking water bottle. Never mind. It was probably a water bottle to water bottles. It's going pretty quick though. Okay, I'll be right back.
Blow into that straw. Just comes on through. Down in there. It's pretty cool. Just blow into that straw. Just comes on through. Down in there. It's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm
Blow into that straw.
When he's around the corner, he's goddamn too far. Goddamn too far. How many times did you guys have to watch that? This is the shed. Oh, look. Ha ha ha. What was that we were looking at here? That's my old vent. That's the vent. That fucking shed changed a lot. A lot. I changed it a lot. We're stuck here now. How do we get out of it? This is... Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Okay, so... I don't even remember what this fucking vent was for. Okay, so this is cooling. Hear how loud that is. It cooled the water, though. That's the booze. Doesn't look very clean there, but it was pretty good. It was ghetto, but it's just bubbly, but not really. Looks pretty gross sometimes. That would filter it anyways, but you didn't have to normally. You see how it worked. That's the old shed. I started doing that fucking stilling, and I was like, holy fuck, it's hot in here, man. And so I cut a hole. I cut a hole there. Not really sophisticated at all, bud. It's ghetto as hell. So the way this unit worked is it had a rubber gasket, but you had to hold the gasket on with these little clips, paper clips, and it worked quite well until the gasket burnt out, and that's basically why I stopped originally. It was because I had issues with the gasket, because you need to be able to make a unit like this, the boiler, that you can open after using it, you know, so you can use it more than once in a day, right? You know, like it's, oh yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And that was my cool thing. And I had so much fun because when I didn't have the equipment set up, I have to take little spoonfuls of booze every little while to know how strong it was. So you inevitably you would get a little boozed up, right? So okay, so these had the stuff fermenting. There's my old punching bag. Okay. Oh, look at the bubbles there. That means it's doing it's turning it to booze.
Thing on.
Yeah, we see it. Oh yes. Oh god damn, thank you. Yeah, Nate from fucking Nate wants to come. The guy from the shipping or the shipping guy, the redhead. He said he'd come. You never invited him yet. He's cool. I like that guy. He said he'd come. That's his name, right, Nate? Pretty sure it is. Pretty sure that's his name. I'm really bad with names. I'm pretty sure that's his name, though. Oh, good, good. Yeah, I like that guy. You got a good setup, dude. Bring all the people. Bring the girls. Bring the girls. What do we got here? Okay, so that's the booze. I don't know if that was like one run's worth, and that's why I was showing it. Because you didn't make a lot of booze. Like, this is a jar, and that's pretty much probably a whole fucking cooler's worth, or a whole bucket, like a whole bunch turned into that much. Okay, here's running.
You hear that noise? Supposed to hear a hissing noise.
You fucking psycho. Do you hear that noise? You're not supposed to hear a hissing noise. It was fucking pissing, obviously.
You hear that noise? Supposed to hear a hissing noise in a closed loop system. It's working very inadequately right now.
Yeah, there was times it started pissing and fucking booze fucking smoke at me. Steam. That's what the next day. That's me. I think after I left it the next day, I think it was frozen. This is winter. That's the mash. Frozen. So I'm gonna fucking take it out for my next run, I think. Pretty sure that's what's going on there. Fuck it there. That's my last setup. So the ammo container right here was my thumper. You see all the plumber's tape and shit. It was so hard to seal it. It would be worth paying $400 to get a good boiler. If I ever did another one, you're not allowed. It's illegal. But if I was ever going to make another one, I'm going to buy the fucking boiler. Pre-built. Or I'll get a fucking welder to make it right for me. Because at that point, I had like jacks against the fucking ceiling to hold the lid down, you know, at some point, you know. And all this weird shit.
Block ice.
Block ice, yeah, winter. Look at all the tape.
Works for me.
Easier to get rid of.
Comes out. Block ice.
I wish you could edit the shorts after you made them, but you can't. Seems like they're being encoded at the end, and they're locked. So that's just transferring stuff. I'm gonna make it. Yeah. That's so. I told you, you throw out the booze, right? You throw out the first little bit of booze all the time when you make the booze, right? When you make the booze and the first little bit of booze that comes out of your still, you have to throw it away because it's poison. It's gasoline. It's fucking ethanol. And but you can keep it. You can keep all that shit and then throw it in the next batch. But the same fucking rules apply. The first shit you got to throw out. So you can keep it for the next one again, and you can re-distill it every fucking time. But you got to throw the first part out. Listen, kids. Don't do distilling. But if you ever did, throw out the fucking first bit. That's what this is. This is the fucking shit that you don't want to drink, but you can re-distill it.
Very low.
Very low, yeah. So that was like very low alcohol, but then you can re-distill it. Oh shit, closed it. Okay, where did we go here? Oh damn it, I shouldn't have closed it. Where are we at here? Let's just start here and do the same thing. We know what we watched already. I would rather use the fucking other program. Now, can we use the other goddamn program? It's gonna fucking let us? Nope. You're a prick then. You're a prick then. Okay, fine. You're a prick. You're a prick. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Gotta get back to where we were. We're here. We're here. We're here. We weren't here yet. We don't have to watch all this shit. He's just setting up. Look, he can fucking. Didn't want to take all the shit off every time. I thought I was trying to make a fucking seal with the plumber's tape. I got a brick on. I got bricks on it to fucking hold the lid down and shit. And now I'm going around with plumber's tape, right? Fucking plumber. Not a plumber like Mario, but if I was, it would have worked better. That's for sure. I'm coming around. Yeah? Well, seal it, right? Still, even with that, it's fucking hardly works. Yeah, let's go around 100 more fucking times. Let's go here. What else? What else are you going to do? Oh, we're going to put clips on now. You put clips, and those are dinky clips. I ended up getting some better clips at one point, and then my fucking my seal lid, the lid seal fucking burnt at the end, and that's why I gave up. Yeah, it's a good idea. Do it. Invite some girls too, for fuck's sakes. Girls with vaginas and boobs. You can even invite the lesbian one there. She's pretty still, or he, or whatever. No, I don't. It's not for me, but for better to look at, right? I don't want to look at you, Braden. I don't want to just look at you and fantasize about you. I'd rather look at fucking someone else and fantasize about them. I'm just fucking around. I don't want to fantasize about anybody. I got a girl. What the fuck is that? That was chaos. That's the fucking tank of fucking propane. Yeah. Yeah, nothing.
Well, my pump decided to die tonight.
Look at this fucking ghetto. This is the ghetto shed. Didn't your dad's got seats for you, doesn't he?
Well, my pump decided to die tonight.
Okay. So I got the fires heating up. Oh, no pump. Okay.
There's all kinds of funny stuff in that water. Oh, that was paint. Yes, she was putting paint in there. Yeah.
My daughter did
Usually
something.
the water's pumped in through here
Yes?
from down there, but that pump died today.
That's the pump died.
And then it can come out that top hole.
Yeah.
Fun stuff comes through the tube.
Pretty
here.
cool, man.
Starts in here, boils, goes through that tube, into there. That catches any particulates or anything. A valve where I can empty it in between sessions. Comes over here, curls down the spiral, all the way down the spiral, and turns back to a liquid coming out there. That's where I used to have a hydrometer to tell me the actual percentage coming out, but I dropped it the other day, so I'll start tasting it again.
I should have just posted this one. It tells the whole fucking story. There's my shit in the fucking that shed took so many different shapes over the years. Oh. Beep, beep. So what it would do with this, you hear that? Oh my god, I can hear it. You hear that hissing in the background? That's a leak. Oh, I ran the fucking shit out of that. It was sometimes leaking, pissing fucking air that's flammable out the holes and shit. People are always like, oh, you know, distilling's so dangerous and shit. Well, yeah, I guess it could be. Listen to them. Just listen. This is stupid, comical at the same time. Videotape it, you dummy. You see, I was having so much trouble getting my seal, so I set up like a jack stand on the ceiling to push. There was this bar. You could screw it at the top. You could screw it to change it to be longer or shorter. So I was turn it. You know, that was just some shit I put together, right? And I just could turn it, and it would push. You know, it would go down. And it was pushing on the lid of the thing, but you can still hear that I was struggling this night. Listen, I'm fucking janky as fuck. I can build anything. I can build all kinds of shit. But like just this, just this part, this screenshot right here shows everything that I used to be in one goddamn picture. And it's kind of making me want to like laugh and cry at the same time. Listen, I was a fucking engineer in another lifetime, but I can make shit. But it's always going to be janky. And that's why at this time period, I was doing a lot of carving and shit, working with my hands. I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home dad with the kids. And, but I could build shit. It was always janky. So I started a little company called JankyBowls.com. It didn't work out because I sold some bowls. People bought them. And my first fucking sale, he bought like 4. My first sale, the people who took the payment, like the company, like Visa. It wasn't Visa. Let's pretend Visa. They said, "Oh, sorry, we can't can't work with you because you're selling fucking smoking pipes or some shit." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sakes." So, anyways, yeah, it was Jack Stan. Ghetto ass motherfucker. You listen, you hear it hissing? It was so normal, that's why I'm not recording it or saying anything about it. So normally, with this here video, normally there would be a hydrometer in this vial right here, okay? A hydrometer, it looks like a little thermometer, but it tells you the amount of alcohol in the liquid. And so then it gets to the top, right? It gets to the top and it comes to the here. But then you always know how much alcohol is in this vial. And then you can stop your still when the alcohol gets low, because it goes up and then it starts going low, 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 and then then the water starts coming through, right? So like you have to take the certain amount, right? So if you want a certain amount of alcohol at the end, you know how much you want to stop at. Like, it's probably a mathematical thing too, because it's like yeah. Let's just watch the video. Talking too much. I'm a talker. I am a fucking talker, folks. My girl tells me I'm a talker. I think I would get about 8 in a session. 8 ounces, I guess. One run. Whoa. What's this shit? That's not what we're looking for. That's weed and shit. Oh, this is me. This is called nuclear aging. So the booze that you get out of those stills is clear. It's clear, like water. It looks like water. And it tastes like shit. If you have a still that's made out of copper and all of the pieces in between are copper, you're going to have really probably decent tasting moonshine, okay? Because copper does something molecularly to the booze. It makes the booze fucking taste better. I don't know why copper's the way to go, but I had like stainless steel, and the only copper I have is like little pipes, right? It was just a pipe going from one unit to the next. I was gonna build like a copper still, like I downloaded a couple movies about moonshiners and Popcorn Sutton and some other guy, and they showed me in the movie. It was a movie, not a documentary. Well, no, it was a documentary. Showed you you could bash one together yourself. I didn't do it, but a copper still, you get better booze. So, but what Canadian standards here, my standards were shit, and I found out about how to nuclear age the booze. So when you get the booze, even the shitty fucking booze that I made with this white booze here, I could have put that in a barrel, and I could have aged it for like a year or months. No less than months, but years. I don't know what it said. If it's something embarrassing, just let me know. But who's got fucking months or years before you want to drink the damn whiskey? So there's something called nuclear aging. So what you do is you get them wood chips. You see these wood chips here? That's the same material that the barrels are made out of. Okay? And what you do is you put it in the jar, and then you put the jar in the microwave. You put it on for about 2 minutes, or you stop it when you see it start boiling. Take it out, put the lid on, shake it, put it in the freezer for an hour, take it out, put it in the microwave, repeat, do it a couple times, and it becomes like shit fucking booze that's 65% alcohol to booze that's 65% alcohol that taste good. Oh, nice. Right, good. Good. Get the boys together, man. Who's the new guy? Who's the new guy? You said he's a new guy? The other new guy. Who's the new guy? Who's the new guy? Who's the new guy? Don't. Yeah. Don't. Who the fuck? Who's the new guy? You said the new guy. I said, fuck. I'm reading here. Who's the fucking new guy, Brayden? Jesus. You see what I'm doing? I'm preparing it to go in the microwave. And that Braden's talking about the new guy. He's going to invite people to his house. It's not my problem, but I'm just wondering who the fuck is the new guy? Is it the guy with the black car? I don't know. I kind of like look at him in the side of my eyes because I don't know who he is yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Yeah. He's okay. It's fine to be okay with your feminine side. It's fine. I'm fine with that. I picked up on that, though. Well, yeah, you should invite the lesbians. For fuck's sakes. Include everybody. If she wants to fucking be a guy... Wait. Yo, dude. Fucking invite everybody. Because if, like... she wants to be a fucking guy, she'd be into guy things. That's a guy thing. Maybe she'd want to come and fucking look at guys beat up guys. Right? Maybe we could coax her back to being a female. Who fucking knows? Don't let her watch my fucking stream. She'll be like, oh my god, you dead named me or some shit the LGBT fucking people say. God damn it. Listen, she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl or whatever. And it's unfortunate, but I don't judge. Either way, whatever. If you want to fucking... Oh, you want me to? She's kind of awkward to talk to, but I've been talking to her this week. She's awkward as fuck. But she turns her hearing thing off to listen to me. She's very attentive. But then she's like, I don't know if it's me, because I think she's just looking at me like you're a fucking idiot. But I've talked to her a lot this week. But it's awkward. And I feel bad now. I'm calling her. It's a fucking girl, for fuck's sakes. Anyways, let's carry on. Let's not talk about fucking LGBT work. For fuck's sake. Anyways, microwave, yeah? It's clear. You think. You never know. Yeah, see? Take the fucking lid off, man. Yeah, she seems nice. I got no issue with her. My conversation, I was just kind of trying to open up to her this week. My conversations are awkward as fuck with her. I think she thinks I'm a weirdo. I am. Definitely a weirdo. Okay. Pardon me. See, it's, I'm microwaving it. Microwave. Take it out. As soon as it starts to boil, take it out. You see that? Whoa. You see how... I'm a rock star. See how quick I am here? Guys. Look. This is how everyone should be. Watch. It's gonna boil. It's boiling. Don't waste the alcohol! The more you boil it, the fucking more you're gonna lose alcohol. So it's still clear, right? Okay. Alright. I'm burning my hand, I think. Ouch. Yeah. That's the video. God damn. Okay, just do that and shit. Oh, see, changed colors already. Then you put it in the freezer. Do it again. Do it like 2 or 3 times. Then it becomes that. And then it becomes like fucking palpable. Fucking good. Bunch of booze in there. It's bubbling away. That's pretty good. That's good. If you got something going like that, you're turning that into whiskey, you're having a happy day. I made this wine here. That was wine. That was the last time I used my still when I moved to Cambridge at the other house, and I used it basically like 2 more times. But I made wine for my father-in-law, ex-father-in-law, and he didn't even take a sip of it, and I was so insulted. So I turned the wine into brandy. It was good. This here wine right here, this purple jug right here, that's the fucking wine. I think this black one was also wine. That's the old place. Oh, it's got a pretty good ferment going. That was wine. That was my first time making wine. Wine's simple. You don't even have to do anything but fucking filter it. Nasty. But when you take wine and you distill it, you get brandy. It was good. I drank it. Oh, look at that. Bubbly. Yeah, that's like one of the last times I ran that shit. Because this is the shed. That when I was in the shed, I ran it like a motherfucker. And then I set it up when I was next door. And I ran it like 2 more times. And I was making new piping and was welding some shit. See, you can't do it. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get a good enough seal with it. You need a welder. Oh, look what I'm doing here. Oh, yeah, I'm fucking handy and shit. I know how to solder. Does it even work, bud? You even gonna get a fucking successful bead? Look, you're dropping it everywhere, man. Yeah, holy moly, I know. Idiot. Look how much you're dropping. Not the best way to do it. He almost grabbed it, dummy. Oh, look. Not bad. Not bad. It looks a little sketchy here, but it looks alright. This is pretty good here. That looks good. If you know, you know. Yeah, that was like the last run. Yeah. Look at this thing.
I need you to design something for me. Too much pressure pushes up. All these things start popping.
Look. Yeah, see, look, there's fucking bubbles and shit here. It's fucking booze. The booze air is coming out.
Too much pressure pushes up. All these things start popping off. Some leakage here. I need like a thumb screw, jack screw or something. Come on, you can make something better than this.
Anybody can. I can right now, but it's gotta have the motivation. You're not allowed to do it anyways.
Too much pressure.
Against the law. Oh, that was full of booze at one point. That was that, and I found this glass thing on the side of the road one day, but that was full of booze. Making the mash. That thing. Is it full of booze? Well, I drank it over time. That was I had it strapped. I was trying to strap it fucking to the fucking metal down here to hold it. This still didn't work because it's not evenly distributed, right? Like it's. I still did a run. I did a run. This is in the video that we showed. Pretty good. This was another worm I was making. Why was I making another worm? I don't remember. Fuck. I don't remember. I don't think I used it. That's the worm. I was designing it. In and out. I must have used it. Oh. Listen. This is going to be the end of this stream. But listen. When I... when I had the shed, you know, Shed Talks Omega, right? That's where we are right now. Shed Talks Omega came from Shed Talks Reloaded, but now we're at Omega. We're at Omega, but the Shed Talks, it came originally from the shed, and when I was in the shed, I made a spot in the shed. So if I needed to take a piss, I didn't need to leave the shed if the door was closed. So this was that. So I was able to grab it, and it was on like a big a pipe, and I would pull it up to my Johnson and piss into it, and the piss would go into the ground. And that was the shed, folks. Listen, that was a great stream. I'm glad. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. We're gonna do this more. We're gonna do it more often. We got to get 50. We need 50 subscribers so we can go live, mobile, because that's where I do my shit. Mobile, like, right? I could do all these shorts and stuff, but if we don't have 50 subscribers, we can't go live mobile on my phone. So everyone, please tell your friends, tell everybody, subscribe, like it, do all those things. I love you guys. Thanks for watching the stream. I'll talk to you next time.